It's the start of a new year, and you may be wondering what's the best reset for you. With all the different choices like juice fasting and water fasting and gut resetting of various types, it can get kind of confusing. So I'd like to go into a bit more detail today and talk to you about the benefits and negatives of each one. So for example, with juice fasting, it's really great for giving your digestion a rest. Your digestion has to take food and convert it into small particles that it can integrate into your system. So something like a juice is already highly digestible. It's essentially liquid. So your body doesn't have to work hard at all in order to get that nutrition, and it doesn't have to work hard to digest anything. So it really depends where you're starting from, because if you've been eating super clean, then maybe a juice fast is not going to have as much benefit. However, if you come from a place of eating really heavy over the holidays and gluten and dairy, then you could get a lot of benefit from a juice fast, because essentially you're lightening your digestion, and anytime you do that, you make it easier for your body to take that energy and use it for other things, like detoxifying, for example, all the food that you ate the few weeks prior. So the negatives of doing something like a juice fast is if you have been eating heavy foods over the holidays that are rich in carbohydrates and simple sugars, then feeding your microbiome more simple sugar in the form of juice could create an imbalance. And so it can be helpful, say, for one day in a week, but I typically wouldn't recommend it for an extended period of time for this reason. Regarding a water fast, so this rests your digestion completely, however, and it can have profound benefits for reversing inflammation, giving your body a chance to work through and digest that inflammation and eliminate it from the body. So there can be incredible benefits from water fasts, approximately 4 days to 7 days in duration. However, it is pretty hard to just have water. It's definitely doable. I've done it and guided patients through it. But the negatives of that is that your microbiome doesn't get any food during that time. So your probiotic flora die off. And that's something that you really have to be vigilant about replenishing in the days coming out of the water fast. So then let's talk about Keturi fasting, or a Keturi monodiet. This is also something that is, has a lot of benefits, especially in Ayurveda. It's used as part of deeper cleansing, panchakarma. It has the benefit of resting digestion because you're having something that's so easy to digest. It's warm, cooked, soupy, considered almost pre-digested. So, and then has digestible spices to help you digest the legumes and grains. And it also is providing nourishment to your microbiome and nourishment to your body's system, so that it can use that continued energy supply to continue to detox. And because, again, your food is so easy to digest, you've got energy reserves with which to digest unprocessed things from the past. So it can be beneficial for those reasons. However, it also can be pretty carbohydrate heavy. So if you have a microbiome imbalance of flora that has thrived on simple starchy type of foods, then that just drives the imbalance further. So the timing of such has to be well timed, and typically my number one recommended cleanse is one that rebalances the microbiome. So this is geared towards healing leaky gut, healing the barrier between the intestinal lining and the rest of your body, the immune system, the blood. And so in doing so, it minimizes inflammation. You're still eating food, so you're still feeding your microbiome, but you're selecting food that is going to be nourishing to your probiotic flora, but not drive any dysbiosis. And essentially you're following a diet that's low in simple sugars and starches. So something paleo-like. And then you're also taking a few supplements to address the dysbiotic organisms that already exist, and then repopulate with probiotics to help support the whole healing of the system as you continue to feed the good flora. So I call this a gut reset to heal leaky gut, and I do see the benefit in many of the other cleansing procedures, the juice fasting, the water fasting, and a Keturi diet, but unless you've done the first piece, which is the gut reset to rebalance the microbiome, it can be really problematic for the reasons I've just discussed. And so therefore I recommend doing a gut reset to heal leaky gut first and manage the microbiome and dysbiotic flora, and then timing in some of these other cleanses in a way that's more strategic so that you don't actually aggravate the microbiome while you're cleansing and you get all the benefits. So I hope this helps you understand the reasoning behind the different cleanses, and I do offer a gut reset to heal leaky gut in my private practice with patients, and then I've also created an online program where you can access that if you're not a patient of my practice. And it's just the feedback from people that have gone through this process just speaks volumes to the benefits that I've already described. And essentially healing leaky gut can help you feel so much better in so many different ways throughout your whole body, in ways that you didn't even expect, because it addresses mood, it addresses inflammation, it addresses weight, acne, and then deeper inflammatory disorders. So it really is a foundational tool to healing, and it's a missing piece if it's not addressed, and it can give you deeper, more lasting healing, whereas something like a juice fast or a Keturi diet can give you a lot of benefit, but it won't be as deep if you don't do the healing leaky gut process first. And you can just get so much more out of those other procedures, those other cleansing procedures, if you've already balanced your microbiome this way.